Now I'll talk about the displays in general. 2560 by 1440 Quad HD Super AMOLED display, 5.1 inches. On here it's a 1280 by 720 IPS LCD, 5-inch display. Now say what you want about, AMOLED versus LCD. I can care less either way. Sure, the deeper blacks on here, they're nice, but that's not something I gauge me getting a phone off of, really. I really don't. Like, if the phone works well, if it does what it needs to do, that's what matters. And honestly, this is to show off, flagship versus mid range or lower end, I guess. It's not really, I'd call it mid range. It's good for a mid range phone. Now I'm going to talk about battery life here, real quick. On the Xperia XA, it's a 2,300 milliamp hour battery. On the S7, it's a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. But due to the fact that this is a lower, resolution display, it gets better battery life than this does. And a lot of people on the internet, when this first came out, they were like, "Oh, dude, it has a 720p display, but it doesn't get to 8 hours of battery life." Like, really? like, like it's not supposed to get 5 to 8. You can't come from something like the Moto Z Play or the Moto Z Droid Force and come to this and be like, "Oh, it doesn't have 8 hours of battery life." Hell, you can't even come from like the S7 Edge, which I've heard has had a great battery as well, and do that. You can't come from the V20 and be like that either, because honestly, it has a smaller battery. It doesn't have the most efficient chipset. Now, even then, it has good battery optimization. Sony is good at battery optimization, whereas Samsung really isn't. They try and claim they are, but they're not. Like, that was the thing back last year with the S6. We have amazing battery optimization, so you don't need a removable battery. But it's whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. Now, I'll show off some stills from the phone itself, because from each phone respectively, because if I tried to, I'd have to do a whole bunch of BS to get it to work properly on just because I have to send it to my V20 and able to do it. Now, as you can see, let me raise that up. Yeah, that's pretty much how it looks. As you can see, this is a low light shot in downtown St. Paul. Now, as you probably can't see, there is a bit of noise. And I'll actually just put these in the video. Fuck it. I'll send them to my V20 and I'll just do it like that. And then do a voiceover like that, I think. No, damn it, I can't. Because the app that I use doesn't cooperate with this high quality audio, so it just doesn't work. I'll just show you guys the camera shit in the reviews, in the respective reviews. But I'm gonna say this about both these cameras. They're both good. One is not necessary. The S7 is the clear victor over it. But if this had better autofocusing, if the software would cooperate, I'd I wouldn't say it would be on par, but it would be close. It would be good enough. It's still good enough. And as you guys saw with my video sample, it's a good quality video, and the microphone quality on there is good as well. Same with the S7. The only problem with the S7 for me is it stutters while recording video. But, and that's with me not even just going into the camera, you know. That's just me just going into the camera and just pressing record and just moving my phone around and walking. That's what I get it from. But I'm gonna do the more lag factor shit later on the reviews. I'm not gonna do them right now, but both of these are really smooth. Sony knows how to, optimize their stuff. For me personally, the S7 stutters a bit more, like a bit more. Like, it's weird. How many reviewers are talking about this is the best optimized phone? But then again, after 2 months, Samsung phones tend to crap the bed anyway. Then they don't want to send out updates. But as far as these two, I'd say for me personally, the Xperia XA is a bit smoother. It runs at 60 more consistently for some reason. 60 frames per second more consistently than the Galaxy S7. But at the same, sorry, I'm just checking the heat of my V20. But at the same time, they both are consistent performers. As you guys saw with gaming, this doesn't really outclass this. And this has a MediaTek 8-core CPU, 8-core chip. This has Snapdragon 820 4-core chip, with 4 cores clocked at 2 gigahertz and 4 at 1. And I forget what they're clocked at on the 820. I think it differs between every phone, but who knows? But yeah, I'd say headphone quality overall goes to the S7, although it's not that great. But then I'm coming from the V20, so. But on here, it's definitely inferior. It's like it has a lower quality to it. It will not sound as good. Bluetooth sounds good on here though. It's nice and loud, and you can drown out sound. But I probably need like Sony headphones and able to fully use the noise canceling and all that shit. Which I'll probably invest in a pair. They're expensive, but I'll probably invest in a pair soon. But this has water resistance, and from me using it while I take a bath, because I like to rest and not stand up in the shower after 8 to 10 hours of fucking work, which I stand and walk around and run around all day. I could say the water resistance on the S7 is really nice. I wish they put it on here. Sony is the one that pretty much made water resistant phones come to life, I guess. Because Samsung did it with their S5. Xperia did it since the first Xperia Z. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as this video goes, if I were to declare a winner, I would say both are good in their respective rights. If you want a phone that will last you and you don't necessarily want a flagship, you don't want to spend over $800 on a phone, this is $200 fucking dollars and you get good performance, even with like 2 gigs of RAM, where this has 4. Then you can't really go wrong with either. But with this, you're bound to get more support. You're bound to get more. Let me turn the ISO, the shutter speed down. You're bound to get more support, even though that's the problem when I do this shit. When I turn the fucking ISO down, you guys can't see the phones. Shutter speed down, you guys can't see the phones. But Sony is already pushing out their 7.0 update to all their new Xperia X phones. So as far as Samsung, they're waiting. You know how they do. They always tend to wait the first couple months of the next year for whatever reason. LG has already pushed out their updates to their phones too. Well, technically the V20 already has Nougat. So I'm pretty sure they just pushed it out to like the V10 and the G5 and maybe the G4, which is a godsend, I'd say. LG, HTC, and Sony are better than Samsung, but if I were to like, are better than Samsung as far as, updates. Because I can't tell you how long it's taken for me to get like updates on my Note 5. And it's pretty much, if you want more consistent updates, maybe the XA, because Sony tends to do it faster. Oh, I forgot to talk about the front-facing cameras. Shit. My bad, you guys. I don't take selfies, so I tend to forget about the front-facing camera. But the Xperia XA has an 8 megapixel front-facing camera. You see the Sony branding on the top. That's the proximity sensor, which works better than the S7s for some reason. Sometimes when I take the S7 out of my pocket, it won't turn on the always on display when I take it out of my pocket. My V20 will. My G5 did. But as you know, this is a 5 megapixel front facing selfie camera. I'm pretty sure this goes up to 1080p as far as video. This goes up to 2K, so full resolution, which is actually really nice. Your proximity sensors and whatnot are on there, which, as I said, don't work very well. Like, as you can see, when I cover them, the always on display doesn't go off. But when I cover them while I try to turn on the display will go off, which is stupid because on my V20, when I cover the proximity sensor, the always on display goes off. And this has a fingerprint sensor, which works well for me. You can see that Samsung lag there. On this, there is no, fingerprint sensor, but it's $200, so I didn't really expect it to. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as this video goes. Thank you guys for watching. Damn. Both support quick charge as well. The only problem is Sony doesn't include a quick charger in the box. So unless you have a quick charger or you just want to invest in a Sony one just so you don't have like a Note 7 debacle with the fucking Xperia XA, I'd just say go to Sony's site or go to Amazon and buy one from there. Or even eBay, they probably have them cheaper. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as this goes. This has been Sparta. Thank you guys for watching. Have a happy New Year's Eve and have a happy New Year. See you guys. Well, I'm still making a video for the day after this one, but see you guys later.